The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. Right now, the Steelers and Bills are getting set for their matchup. And as we approach kickoff, we send you out live to Orchard Park with our announcers, Jim Nantz, Phil Simms, and Tracy Wolfson.
JP, thank you. Look what we have here. A snowy, blustery day. Pittsburgh about to collide with Buffalo. And welcome to the NFL on CBS. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz, along with Phil Simms and Tracy Wolfson. Welcome to Orchard Park, New York. You talk to these teams and they both will tell you, we've got to win out. That's their message. Not sure that's the case with the Steelers, but it definitely is with Buffalo. Take a look at the standings. First off, AFC North. Pittsburgh in a tie for the division lead right now with Baltimore. They have another matchup with their rivals, the Ravens, on Christmas night in Pittsburgh. Baltimore having won the game at their home earlier this season. But if you look at the Bills right now, much more crucial to get this game today because at 6-6 they feel like, and probably rightfully so, one more loss would virtually knock them out. But if they got the 10-6, they would still even need some help in some tie-break scenarios. So, Phil, when we spoke earlier this week, you said, you know what we got partner up in Buffalo? We got a playoff game.
We got a playoff game. We got snow, man. It's a great environment. The terrible tiles are all over the stadium. So, hey, Buffalo Bills, they know they got to win out. The Pittsburgh Steelers at 7-5. I think they're shocked that they're 7-5 with all this talent. They're in this position where they might have to win out to make to the playoffs.
Mike Tomlin and the Steelers have turned their season around. They had that 4-game losing streak. Then they've now peeled off 3 straight wins. And Tomlin now 1 win away from his 100th regular season win, which could come today. And he's ready to, of course, rely on number 7 today to lead him to victory.
Well, if you need a bunch of victories in a row, you got to feel good that your quarterback has been Roethlisberger, another outstanding year, and he has such a great arsenal to work with. He throws the football deep down the field to Antonio Brown, the best combination when it comes to deep ball throwing in the NFL, a tremendous offensive line, and oh yeah, he has this guy running back called Le'Veon Bell, so they are really good on the offensive side.
You know, when you talk about all those weapons, you look at Rex Ryan's defense and you say, how are they going to do it? How are they going to stop the Steelers here today?
Well, it's going to be tough. You know, look, they're very complicated on the defensive side, but the big thing you always worry about in NFL games, especially here in bad weather, is stopping the run. So Rex Ryan has Marcel Darius, a big defensive line that's come back from suspension early in the year, and he has been terrific against the run, and that's going to be a big part of this game. Little snow, little wind. Stop the Pittsburgh Steelers running game first, you got a chance.
When it comes to the Bills offense, it's really about the ground game. They're the best in the league, over 160 yards rushing per game, and led by LeSean McCoy, a league best 5.5 yards per carry.
Complicated running game. LeSean McCoy, they call him shady. He should be shifty. He can make you miss. He makes explosive plays from the running back position. And oh, by the way, Tyrod Taylor, the quarterback's run for almost 500 yards himself.
Let's take a look, Phil, at the Home Depot Tools for Success. Let's talk about some guys that might be catching the football today.
Well, we've talked about all the weapons they have on the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Ladarius Green now is added to it, a tight end with size and speed to get down the field. And for Buffalo, Sammy Watkins, been dealing with a foot injury all year long. They need him to catch some short passes, make big gains to give them a chance to win.
And your game points first for the Steelers?
Yeah, game points for the Steelers. They want to keep their eyes on Tyrod Taylor so he doesn't get out of the pocket for passes down the field, but especially to stop his runs, which have won a lot of games for the Pittsburgh Steelers, or for the Buffalo Bills. And for the Bills, short and sweet. What they mean by that, keep the passing game of the Pittsburgh Steelers in front of you. Don't give up those deep passes down the field.
Look, these are franchises no strangers to playing in weather like this, but with it snowing likely throughout and some wind down on the field, will it change the game plans at all?
I think both teams, if you ask them, they're very happy with the conditions on the field. It will not affect their play, and hey, they're used to it, Jim.
Great to have you with us, folks. Pittsburgh and Buffalo is coming your way right here on CBS.
Ohio State takes on second-ranked UCLA. Then number 6 Kentucky collides with 7th-ranked North Carolina. The CBS Sports Classic, Saturday on CBS.
The Survivor season finale, followed by the live reunion show, CBS Wednesday.
On December 21st. Warning, gravity failure.
Nothing happens by accident. Passengers. Rated PG-13.
When I was first starting out as an engineer, I had to rely on my credit cards. The high interest rates were frustrating. So I looked for a smarter solution. With a personal loan from SoFi, I was able to cut my interest rates by 50%, and I'm saving over $8,000. Now I am back on top of my finances, and it feels really good.
A personal loan from SoFi is the smart way to consolidate debt. Get your rate online in less than 2 minutes. Visit trysofi.com.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know the Wi-Fi password?
No good son-in-law. All one word.
Funny.
Not really.
Save $10 per night. Just stay 2 nights or more. Book today at daysinn.com.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yeah, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's lovely.
So graceful.
The corkscrew spin, flawless. His signature move, the Flying Dutchman. Poetry in motion.
And there it is, the baby bird.
Breathtaking.
A sumo wrestler figure skating? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Heather saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Do you know what's going on?
We woke up 90 years too soon.
There's something they didn't tell us.
There's a reason we woke up early. Our little secret.
Passengers. Rated PG-13.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
They cleared a light dusting of snow off the field earlier, but it's starting to collect again as Pittsburgh and Buffalo get set to play here in Orchard Park, New York. This game being broadcast in Spanish where available using the SAP button on your television. Kickoff is coming up next.
Presenting the Subway Fresh Buns, served to you by Subway Restaurants.
We're an unstoppable force, but we got to do it together.
Last week, the Steelers defeated the Giants with Ben Roethlisberger throwing for nearly 300 yards and 2 scores. Led by linebacker James Harrison and safety Sean Davis, Pittsburgh's defense had 2 sacks and 2 interceptions as the Steelers won their 3rd straight to stay in the race for the AFC North.
How do you stay fresh in a world where tastes and priorities are always changing? If you're Subway, you start by removing the artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors from your food. Support hundreds of growers, including many family-run farms. Serve customers 390 million pounds of fresh veggies. Offer packaging that's better for the planet, and use your size and resources to create healthy change around the world. Because the best way to stay fresh is to never get stale.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Snowing about as heavily as we have seen since sunup as the Steelers and the Bills are about to get this started. The Bills won the toss and have deferred. We'll be kicking to the Steelers in a moment. First, let's go to the sidelines and welcome in Tracy.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Tyrod Taylor has received
a lot of criticism lately, but Rex Ryan told us it's a little bit unfair because he hasn't had his full complement of weapons. Well, today, for the first time since week 2, he will have his top 3 wide receivers out there. Robert Woods returning from the knee injury. He will not start. Marquise Goodwin will, but he will be out there. Sammy Watkins playing through that foot injury. He will be out there as well. But the X factor, the snow and the wind, it's coming down here, guys.
Yes, it is. We've had it 2 straight weeks. We were in Green Bay at Lambeau. It never stopped last week. You can see it feels like it's 18. And I think it's gusting even heavier than 9 down on the field, according to Tracy. And we expect the snow to go on through the night and into tomorrow here as the game is underway. Carpenter kicks it to Fitzgerald Toussaint, who takes it at the 1. First contact at the 20, and we'll bring out Roethlisberger and the Steelers at the 22. Roethlisberger 3-0 in his career against Buffalo. He could hit some milestones today. He's already reached a 3,000-yard season for the 11th consecutive year, and 3 touchdown passes away from 300, which would tie him with John Elway, one of his boyhood idols. B.J. Finney starts for Foster, who's out with a chest injury. And Le'Veon Bell, his numbers huge in just 9 games of action. He's 83 yards away from 1,000. Antonio Brown starts in the backfield and gets the quick dump off pass and picks up only about 3. Gives us a chance to check Dennis Thurman, the defensive coordinator's defense. Duzable will start for Kyle Williams, who's a scratch here, inactive with a back injury. That's a big loss for the Bills. Alexander has been quite a find in his 10th year. He's got 10 sacks. And Darby is up in this secondary with Gilmore on the other corner. 2nd and 8 here for Pittsburgh, as Bell is in the slot to the right and takes the pass and picks up the first down. Quick throw and a gain of about 10. Le'Veon Bell averaging over 6 catches a game, and he's just almost automatic to get you over 100 yards from scrimmage every game.
Gotta wonder, did this catch the Buffalo Bills by surprise? The hurry-up spread offense where the Steelers the last 3 weeks have been running the football from Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. Ben Roethlisberger's been under center.
And here he is again out of the gun. 3rd straight play, he's looking to pass, and it's over the head of Hamilton. Kobe Hamilton was the target, and the Bills were alert to that play.
So, you know, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they came out in this offense. Why do you want to do that? You want to settle the crowd down. You want Ben Roethlisberger to get rid of the football quickly, to take care of the rush, some of the blitzes that Rex Ryan loves to throw at you, and most of all, just to catch them by surprise. They did for that first down. Now Buffalo organized and ready to go.
2nd and 10. 4 plays, 4 passes, and this one over the head of Green, who had a monster performance last week against the Giants, his first career 100-yard game.
Well, let's do 2 things. First, let's watch the pass protection. Green's to the left. Nobody around, no pressure on him. And Ben Roethlisberger, a little upset at himself because watch Green as he goes down the field. They actually got him double-teamed there, or 2 defenders near him. He got open. Roethlisberger a little high with the throw.
4 different targets for Ben on the first 4 plays. He's now facing 3rd and 10 as Green moves around. Goes back to Bell. Bell with an open. But then right into a Bills wall, and he breaks out of it. Look at him go inside the 50. Down to the 40 and out of bounds at the 35. Looked like they had him bottled up, and he just bounced out of it and picks up 32.
From the outside, it's going to be a screen to the right. They love these 3rd down screens. It's just Le'Veon Bell just swung out of the backfield, and they were blocking the receivers, everybody downfield. This offensive line can get out from the run position and get outside and block for screens better than any team in the league.
But the Bills looked like they had him stopped 5 yards short of the first.
Nobody could grab him.
And that 3rd down play, so a new set of downs from Buffalo's 34, and it's over to Brown. And he's shoved out by Roby Coleman, and it's going to be a loss of about 3 on that play.
Boy, you know, you're just talking about keep him on the field, tire out the pass rush, caught him off guard, and, you know, not that Ben Roethlisberger needs it, you know, quick throws to get his confidence going, but just to get the rhythm. And Jim, if you're on the defensive side, you know, you can't sit over and do anything elaborate because you don't know what's coming next.
Well, they haven't run it once through 6 plays.
Who's this remind you of coming out on offense? This is something the Patriots love to do to opponents. They did it to the Bills earlier in the year. I'm sure the Bills took some of that information, put it to use here in today's game.
And Ben is upset that he had to use a timeout before that 2nd and 12 snap.
So can I redeem my Rapid Rewards points at any time?
Thanksgiving.
4th of July?
Yes to any seat, any day, anytime. Just the way you want it. That's transparency.
This holiday, get an amazing deal on America's most awarded brand during the Ford year-end event. Ford, the brand with the most 5-star ratings, the highest owner loyalty, and award-winning value from Kelley Blue Book. Giving drivers what matters most. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Shop now during the Ford year-end event. Get $1,000 Ford Smart Bonus cash on select models on top of all other great offers. See your local Ford dealer today.
Throughout my career in bridal and fashion, I have drawn my inspiration from around the globe. Jared's commitment to quality and craftsmanship has helped bring my designs to life. Each handset ring in the Vera Wang Love collection is my modern interpretation of timeless classics. Like all the most beautiful cities around the world, the ring should take her breath away. The Vera Wang Love collection. And now it's waiting for you at Jared.
Guys, we're moving out right now. The woman is trapped in her car at the bottom of La Brea Tar Pits.
Submerged and alone.
In 35 minutes, she runs out of oxygen.
The car is falling!
And only this team can save her.
That's it. I'm gonna go. You go down there, the tar is going to... Life-threatening burns in 15 seconds.
New Scorpion, Monday.
So, some alignment issues for the Steelers.
Oh, yeah, and quarterback was upset. That's no doubt. Ladarius Green lined up wrong first. Then he had to switch Eli Rogers from one side to the other. Cost him a timeout.
2nd and 12. Here's their first rushing play, and it's Bell spinning and taking this one for about 15 or 16 behind DeCastro and Gilbert. And again, for a while there, it looked like there wasn't a whole lot, and it ends up being 16 officially.
Yeah, here, just watch these linemen. We bragged so much about them before the game, talking about this offensive line. They make their blocks, and they get out in front, and they're physical, athletic. They can run. Of course, Mike Munchak, offensive line coach, Hall of Famer, Pro Bowler, everything, doing a great job with this Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line.
Well, Bell has 58 total yards on this opening drive. First down with time. And it's a completion to the tight end, Jesse James. And it's good for about 5 to the 15, maybe 6.
You know, just you can already see that it's this tempo and what they've done. And, you know, I had to think, too, Jim, that the snow on the field might slow him down. There's Mike Munchak. And Todd Haley said what he's done to the offensive line. Of course, he has great credibility when he walks into a meeting room because they know who he is, being in the Hall of Fame. But he simplified everything and just made this offensive line more aggressive than before.
And the former head coach of the Tennessee Titans, 2nd and 4. Up top again, and it's picked off. That's Alexander with the theft out to the 40 on the run back, brought down by Pouncey. And the Buffalo defense comes up with a big play here on the opening drive. Alexander jumps right in front of green.
Look, anyone who thinks you gotta make a truck heavier to make it stronger has been working too long without a hard hat. Meet the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. They cut weight with a high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body and reinvested a big chunk of it to beef up the high-strength steel frame, forging the most capable heavy-duty pickup in America. Time to punch work in the face. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
This holiday season,
what if all we have is love?
Experience the event that will make you believe in holiday miracles.
Life's a gift, and you're wasting it.
It's the most moving film of the year.
I promise you, I'm not gonna give up.
Collateral Beauty, rated PG-13.
Not everyone speaks Sriracha.
Sriracha.
But when a fan says
Sriracha,
they want a Sriracha chicken sandwich with Sriracha Jack cheese, Sriracha infused aioli, and a Sriracha bun. Wendy's spicy Sriracha chicken sandwich for a limited time.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Amazon Prime. Get free 2-day shipping on millions of items. And by the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. This is the next level.
Off a takeaway now, ready for their first snap. From the 40. Short drop, Taylor decked at the 35. To it, the first to get to him.
Well, no doubt there's a difference in what they're supposed to do here. Roethlisberger, man, look at this. The snow coming down. Throws the football quickly. Ladarius Green went in and pivot backed outside. And I think Ben Roethlisberger expected him to stay where he was.
That was the first red zone interception thrown by Roethlisberger since a game in 2014. He had thrown 32 red zone touchdowns since his last red zone pick. 2nd and 14. McCoy shifting, trying to get around Burns. And he goes out of bounds after a gain of only 2. Taylor, he's only thrown 11 touchdowns this season, but he's a leading rusher for all quarterbacks in the league. He's close to 500 yards. It's all about running the football here behind this offensive line, led by the likes of Richie Incognito, who made the Pro Bowl a year ago and likely on his way again. McCoy, he's only 51 yards away, making 49 now after that last carry from a 1,000-yard season. 3rd and 12. Taylor down the field and incomplete with no flag. Intended for Goodwin.
That series of plays, a couple things. One, LeSean McCoy breaks it outside. You saw the speed of the defense. They can run you down. And also on that 3rd down pass, they had Ryan Shazier watching the quarterback. So if he breaks the pocket, they're going to have somebody there to run him down.
Colton Schmidt to punt it to Antonio Brown. Brown averaging about 11 yards per return.
Beautiful.
Big hang time, but it's returnable. And Brown beats the first tackler and then runs out of room on the sideline at about the 28. 44-yard boot. Each team's had one handle. First quarter at Buffalo.
This holiday, get an amazing deal on America's most awarded brand during the Ford year-end event. Ford, the brand with the most 5-star ratings, the highest owner loyalty, and award-winning value from Kelley Blue Book. Giving drivers what matters most. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Shop now during the Ford year-end event. Get $1,000 Ford Smart Bonus cash on select models on top of all other great offers. See your local Ford dealer today.
I'm Clay Matthews, and I'm good at football. And so is Verizon. Because now you can watch every live, local, and primetime game on your phone with NFL Mobile, exclusively on Verizon. All without using your data. That's better than good. It's the best. And I'm the best. Watch live NFL games, NFL Red Zone, and more with NFL Mobile. All in HD. Only on America's Best Network.
You love all-day breakfast, but you don't love that you can't get all your favorites. But now you can get more of what you love, so you can find something else to not love, like hearing the sound of your own voice. Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
There's some people you should give underwear to this holiday. And there are some people you shouldn't. You shouldn't give underwear to everybody, but for those you do, give them Fruit of the Loom.
The all-time comedy classic Dick Van Dyke Show is in color for the first time.
I like it.
Don't miss the gang in a special show, CBS tonight.
Each NFL team nominates one player for the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide. This honor recognizes players who make an impact on the field and in their communities. Congrats to Arthur Moats and Eric Wood. They are the nominees from each of the teams. And the winner will be announced at the NFL Honors Award Show February 4th. You can learn all about it. NFL.com/Man of the Year.
Well, here comes the Steelers after that opening drive. Now they come out in a traditional offense, high formation.
And they hand it off to Bell. Wiggles to the left side, and he's got a gain of 2. Arthur Moats makes regular visits to the Ronald McDonald House of Pittsburgh, uplifting everybody's spirits there. But he recently even announced he's matching any donation to the charity up to $55,000. And Eric Wood has set up his own foundation to provide seriously ill and physically challenged children daily encouragement and life-changing experiences. Both very deserving individuals for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. 2nd and 8. Long ball time, looking for Brown, and he makes the catch with a defender, Darby, right there with him. Somehow it landed right in the basket for Brown. Gain of 40.
Best long ball combination in the NFL. You get man-to-man coverage, bottom of the screen, and they have not done this in the first drive. No man-to-man coverage defenses. As soon as they get up near the line of scrimmage and they show this defense, what do? They throw it deep. Beautiful throw. Great catch by Brown. And that's a small receiver making these contested catches down the field. What a job so far this year by Antonio Brown.
And he just pinned it against the face guard. I mean, Darby was right there, had a hand in there. Somehow it all came together for a big gain, and that's incomplete. Trying to go back to Brown. He's the best as far as results and stats this year, the best long ball thrower in the league this year.
How about that? 25 completions when the ball is 21 yards or more in the air. First attempts first, yards third, and 12 touchdowns. So, hey, you got to worry about the run game. So many things to worry about for the Steelers offense. But what I love is the fact that the league is about big plays, and Todd Haley gives Ben Roethlisberger a lot of chances to do it.
2nd and 10. Back to the gun. Pump fake going long. Double coverage back in the end zone, and almost a second pick for the Bills.
Wow.
But unable to hold on to it. Corey White. Ronald Darby was back there. Brown was the target.
Well, it's a bad read. Watch Brown go down the middle of the field. And look who's standing right in the middle. That's Corey White, the safety. Roethlisberger never saw him. Got away with it.
So now it's a 3rd and 10. They don't gain anything from here. They've got concerns in the kicking game. They do have Chris Boswell up today, as well as Randy Bullock. They've got 2 kickers active. Boswell coming off a strained abdomen injury. Here's 3rd and 10. Stepping up, getting rid of it. Got the man he wants. And they've got a 1st down to the 11. Ladarius Green with the catch.
Well, it's all about his pocket presence. Ben Roethlisberger, they give him the protection, but it takes a long time for this play to develop, so he steps up, drops his arm, throws it sidearm to Green, and I'll tell you, Green, before this is over, they can, every week, he's going to get better and better. Had ankle surgery during the offseason and is slowly working himself back into game shape.
After serving 4 years as Antonio Gates' backup in San Diego, coming here as a free agent. A late arrival on the field there for the Buffalo defense as Bell gets the carry, and he's down to the 2-yard line, maybe the 3, as the Bills were out of sync.
Well, just watch Le'Veon Bell here, Jim. Watch how he goes. It gives a little stutter move. Watch the blocking up front. Marquise Pouncey and Finney, the left guard for Ramon Foster today. Excellent job of double teaming, getting the block. Le'Veon Bell read it, picked up the yards.
So a 2nd and 2. For another option. And it's wide of the mark. Tightly covered there by Gilmore. Brown, the receiver.
Yeah, tough coverage. It was Gilmore. It was tight. A lot of hand fighting. Good no call. On the outside, he tried to go inside. Nobody was there. A lot of hands by Gilmore. But it doesn't really, he doesn't hold Antonio Brown back, so.
Now Brown's already with 6 targets, 3 catches, including the big one to get him down here. 40-yard gainer, but it's 3rd and 2 from the 3.
And they got everybody up. They're going to make him throw the football into the end zone.
Hand it off to Bell. Goes in sideways and drives to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, they had everybody up, daring him to throw it, and they run it, and they get it done because the offensive line just stays with the block. And that's what they do so well here at Pittsburgh. Once they make contact, let's see if he gets in the end zone. Yeah, he's way in, not even close. But once they make contact with the defensive lineman, Jim, the lineman, it's like they got Velcro. They can't get away. That's why you see Le'Veon Bell always making those stutter moves at the line of scrimmage. He just has to wait until they drive him out of position.
So they bring out Boswell for the extra point. Barry on the hold, and that kick is good. Well, Steelers early, all about Brown and Bell. Brown's 40-yard reception set it up.
The machine, what is it?
It allows you to see, hear, and feel the memories of your ancestor. Cal, you're an assassin.
Nice.
Assassin's Creed, rated PG-13.
Best Buy makes the holidays easy by helping you pick the right device with Verizon. Why, if we made the holidays any easier, you could carve turkey with laser vision. Holiday gifting made easy at Best Buy.
This holiday, get an amazing deal on America's most awarded brand during the Ford year-end event. Ford, the brand with the most 5-star ratings, the highest owner loyalty, and award-winning value from Kelley Blue Book. Giving drivers what matters most. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Shop now during the Ford year-end event. Get $1,000 Ford Smart Bonus cash on select models on top of all other great offers. See your local Ford dealer today.
Faster, faster, faster. On that old PC, you should retire that too. You know.
I know. New PCs are lightning fast to play 4K video.
And yet here is the world's fastest swimmer on the world's slowest computer.
You know about it. Now do something about it. Upgrade to a new PC powered by Intel.
So why haven't you upgraded?
It keeps me humble.
Catch TV's #1 new comedy, Kevin Can Wait. CBS Monday, 8/7 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And by Intel. Upgrade to a new PC with powerful performance.
Yeah, just trying to clear the lines as Jim Kelly looks on from the Buffalo sideline. He had dinner last night with Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I tell you what. He'd say this is a great day in Buffalo to play. He played in some severe weather games up here and played well in.
These two are great pals. Here's the run back by Tate, and the Steelers are all over him early as Nix comes down to tackle him well short of the 20. It's going to be at the 14. NFL on CBS is now on CBS All Access. Stream your local games live. Go to CBS Sports. Actually, just go to cbs.com/NFL now to try it for free. And they've been on a roll here these last 4 games, and having won the last 3 coming in here. This includes this one. The last 4 games, 29-0 first quarter.
Hey, offense got this thing going. We saw the defense go 3 and out. Special teams hot.
McCoy jammed, maybe one. Pittsburgh defense without Hargrave on that defensive front. McCullers got the start. But Dupree moves into the starting lineup as well. 2 rookies in the secondary, Phil. Burns and Davis, who got credit for a half a sack on the Bills' first snap of the game, along with Tuitt. 2nd and 9. Buying time and a second sack. It's Dupree, who we mentioned moved into the starting lineup ahead of Chicolo today. And that's twice they've knocked down the Buffalo quarterback for a sack.
Well, they're going to dare him to throw. Here's Bud Dupree, and this is the difference for Tyrod Taylor today against most defenses he sees. This Pittsburgh Steelers linebacking core, they can all run. Shazier made the tackle before, so when he gets out of that pocket, find a receiver, get rid of the football.
3 times they've had dropbacks, the Bills, and 2 of the 3 times they've been taken down for sacks. As 3rd and 13 sets up this pass, it is intercepted. Bounced up into the arms of William Gay, and he has the return for the touchdown. 6 of his last 7 interceptions have now been pick sixes.
Receiver slipped on the route. That was Robert Woods. He was open.
Holding. Number 28 to number 25 defense. 5-yard penalty automatic. First down.
Oh my goodness. The flag hidden in the snow, and it is coming back, denying William Gay yet another race to the end zone.
Not sure he said the foul was on. Could have been Artie Burns, number 25. But that time, good protection. Tyrod Taylor had time to throw it. The field could be an issue because Woods turned around, slipped. The football was right on target. But that's what caused the interception.
Boy, what a sudden change of events. About to be 14-0. Now you got a new set of downs off a 3rd and 13 pick play. The offense has done nothing so far. Running the option. There's the pitch, dangerous. And that's Reggie Bush, who was able to snare it and go out of bounds.
Well, we watched practice on Friday. They were working on this option. I go, oh, I don't know if this is quite the team you want to run it against. But they do a good job there. They get a few yards. But especially in these conditions, against this speed, fake inside, here comes the trailer. They do this a lot of different ways. With a lot of different people, they run some wildcat on the offensive side. Anthony Lynn, the offensive coordinator, just trying to find ways to get some yards for this offense.
Pete Marilli, we're not able to hear him in all this weather for some reason, but he has passed along now. There was a flag on the Bills on that last play. It was on Marquise Goodwin. Pete Marilli.
A little fight going outside between Marquise Goodwin and Artie Burns.
Draw. And again, the Steelers all over it. LT Walton coming up. Ryan Shazier. Tracy, let's go down to you.
Well, Jim, an injury to the Bills' offensive line. Cordy Glenn, the left tackle, is out right now with a back injury. His return is questionable. Cyrus Quandro is in place of Glenn right now.
Quandro, the 3rd-year player out of Alabama, taken in the 2nd round back in 2014. 2nd and 15. Taylor in trouble. And they got him again. And nearly a safety.
Again, Stephon Tuitt gets in there, disrupts the pocket. And I think it's Bud Dupree helps pull him down. So this offensive line having troubles. This side, here comes Bud Dupree. Stephon Tuitt makes him step up.
Sean Davis is
Sean
there.
Davis.
Yeah, Sean Davis
Safety.
was already in on half a sack earlier.
Well, that just shows you something, doesn't it, Jim? A safety up near the line of scrimmage. They are coming after this pass protection. And they're, like I said once, they're daring Buffalo to throw the football down the field. There's Ryan Shazier. The knee, let me just say, it's healthy. The way he is running to start this game.
3rd and 23. And able to get about 7 yards back.
Bud Dupree back in the lineup today.
McCoy walks off the field with this offense, getting a chorus of boos as it heads to the sidelines.
Well, I'll tell you what. I thought Pittsburgh last week played physical. They were emotional. I asked Mike Tomlin last night, can you do that for 4 more games? And he goes, it's that time of year. They can smell it. Great start so far by the Steelers.
Schmidt. Punt to midfield. Brown going wide, now cutting in to the 44. And another flag on the field. Bills offense has gone stagnant like it did in the second half at Oakland last week. This team had a 24-9 lead on the Raiders and then squandered 29 unanswered. A stretch in which the Bills offense did not even pick up a first down during that 29-0 run.
They're getting attacked. If you're getting attacked, you got to
return. Holding. Number 14, receiving team, 10-yard penalty. First down, timeout.
You got to throw some quick passes to back this defense off.
So the Steelers.
Once you get in the Army, you hear the term Ranger, and you look at it as the highest standards. I was extremely proud to be part of the 1st Ranger Battalion. When I was deployed, I knew that USAA was taking care of my wife when she was back home. And now I know with my son, the USAA will continue to provide the insurance and protection we need.
They always say, you've served your country, so we're here to serve you.
My name is Alejandro Villanueva, and I'm a USAA member for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
As soon as I left the hospital after a DVT blood clot, I sure had a lot to think about. What about the people I care about, including this little girl? And what if this happened again? I was given warfarin in the hospital, but wondered, was this the best treatment for me? So I asked my doctor, and he recommended Eliquis. Eliquis treats DVT and PE blood clots and reduces the risk of them happening again. Yes, Eliquis treats DVT and PE blood clots. Eliquis also had significantly less major bleeding than the standard treatment. Both made me turn around my thinking.
Don't stop Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. If you had a spinal injection while on Eliquis, call your doctor right away if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. While taking Eliquis, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising. Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
Eliquis treats DVT and PE blood clots, plus had less major bleeding. Both made Eliquis the right treatment for me. Ask your doctor if switching to Eliquis is right for you.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
The Bills have been completely manhandled here in this opening quarter. -1 yard total offense versus 134, and the Steelers right back at it. And a completion for another 6 or 7 to Green. Tomorrow on CBS, deck the halls and don't miss the holiday episode of TV's #1 new comedy, Kevin Can Wait. All new tomorrow, 8, 7 Central. Only CBS.
Yeah, this is Kevin James weather here. He'd have his shirt off if he was in the stands. He'd be up here.
No question. And we've got an injured
Zach
Buffalo
Brown.
Bill linebacker in Zach Brown, their leading tackler.
Why do some cashback cards make earning bonus cashback so complicated? They limit where you can earn bonus cashback to a few places, and those places keep changing every few months. The Quicksilver card from Capital One doesn't do any of that. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Leave complicated behind. What's in your wallet?
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console with 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, 4K video streaming, and high dynamic range gaming. The new Xbox One S. Smaller, sleeker, sharper. The ultimate games and 4K entertainment system.
Xbox One S, now $249.
Sometimes you feel the need to take a smellfie. Hanes wants to end the smellfie. Those quick self-sniffs to check the old smell levels. But this thing we've all done doesn't need to be a thing. There's a smart way to stay fresh. Hanes with Fresh IQ Advanced Odor Protection Technology. Bonus packs available now.
And Zach Brown walking to the sidelines. He's going to be replaced by Ramon Humber.
As you watch this offense so far here today, you know, Rex Ryan told us he'd like to sit back and play a very careful, safe defense. I think he has to. If he starts blitzing Ben Roethlisberger, then every throw you got to hold your breath that it could be a touchdown. So try to keep the safeties back. Hope your defensive line and linebackers can stop the run game when they decide to run it.
The 5th time running it, and it's Bell for the first down. They've thrown it 14 times, now run it 5, and they got another first.
That might have been the longest hesitation I've ever seen by a running back, just waiting to see what happens. Todd Haley has to give a few runs out there to let everybody rest, but what a job he's done. Think about how Ben Roethlisberger's career really has changed since he's become the offensive coordinator. More diverse, gets rid of the football more, doesn't take as many hits. Offense just more explosive also.
It's Bell. He talked about previous play, his hesitation. He has that down better than any back in the league.
Well, he can trust it too. You know, it's not like they're crashing in on him. And it just goes to show you, one, his patience, how much he's changed as a running back from Michigan State, and how good this offensive line is. Like I said, they make contact with defensive players, and that contact stays for quite a while.
38 yards on the ground for Bell, including a touchdown, another 42 yards on 2 catches. That's 80 yards of offense in the first quarter alone. 2nd and 6. And a completion to Eli Rogers, about a yard short of the first.
Well, Ben Roethlisberger does have gloves on today. Something he said he might not do unless it was really windy or whatever, but I guess this snow, just a better grip. Used them one day in practice this week just in case. So far, the football is coming out of his hand great.
Last second, first quarter, they don't get the snap off in time, do they? No. And Zach Brown had returned to the Bills defense after sitting down for 2 plays. First quarter, it was all Pittsburgh. 7-0 Steelers after 1. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid for only $10 per month. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
In 5 days.
Punch it.
For family.
Trust the Force.
For honor.
Make 10 men feel like 100.
For each other.
Are you with me?
All the way.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Rated PG-13.
It was hard enough finding the right girl, but the perfect ring, there's no pressure there.
You found the perfect girl. Now let me and the diamond experts at Zales help you find the perfect ring. The Vera Wang Love Collection, designed for Zales, the diamond store.
You gotta be cool, calm, collected, look your fear in the eye. You gotta be shaking off the pressure, gotta be taking your time. You gotta say,
Let's put a new spin on gift giving and go to a place with the best gifts and best brands all in one place. Let's put something under the tree that will get used all year. Right now, this Husky Mechanics tool set is just $59.97, only at the Home Depot.
New Thursday. Get ready for one magical night.
I thought I'd let Harry Potter make things hotter.
Wowza. A new Big Bang Theory. Then, can the boss teach this millennial some old school ways to score?
I know more about women than anyone except Gloria Steinem and John Mayer.
A new great indoors after a new Big Bang Theory. CBS Thursday.
It's a winter wonderland in Orchard Park, New York. Second quarter about to start. Jim Nance, Phil Simms, Tracy Wolfson. Steelers got a 3rd and 1 in Buffalo territory. 3 for 3 third down conversions so far. Dominating the line of scrimmage. They'll go to Bell. Stacked up. And even with a flying Bill over the top, they may have kept them back. They did.
Looks like it's going to be short. Good job inside. That time it was Coleman. I thought DeAndre Coleman who really caused this run not to work.
Look how fast they are to the line. A 4th and 1. Steelers almost got the Bills to jump.
Changing the play because so many people up near the center. Look at there's 4 defenders from guard to guard. Has to change the running play.
Still got 6 on the play clock. Here he goes. Out of the backfield. Well, no, here's the pass to Johnson. Look at David Johnson. The backup tight end with the first down. No one on him.
Yep, what a check. That's why he checked to the pass play, because they were all crowded inside. So the play action fake, throws it out there, and Ben Roethlisberger, he said, I have complete control of the offense. Mike Tomlin, hey, put it in the hands of my QB. He trusts big number 7, no doubt.
David Johnson was lined up on a wing to the right and uncontested. Easy pickup, 4th and 1.
Remember that? Ben Roethlisberger said that's what he loves about this offense. He has so much flexibility to change plays.
Fires it and incomplete near the 10. Looking for Jesse James. Already all 3 Pittsburgh tight ends have caught a pass. They carry a 4th with Xavier Grimble.
You know, he tried to throw it in rhythm. Now, when he watches this, he could have taken his time and really just set on it and driven it right into the body of Jesse James. And the footing, Jesse James made it look like it favored him. It was tough on the defensive back that time, Corey Graham.
2nd and 10. Gets it to Rodgers. He got right around Brown and then is stacked up by a couple of Bills. Pushed back by Darby and company. Maybe 3rd and 1.
Yeah, you know, Jim, just again, let's just watch Ben Roethlisberger as he drops back his original look. It's not clear, but then he can wait for Rodgers to go all the way across the formation. And Brown doesn't even try to slow down. He can't get his footing.
Yeah, it's like he was on skates.
It was. He just kind of skated out of bounds. And Rodgers, what a job he's done coming in for all the injured receivers. He's got a chance and has really done well with it.
3rd and 1. And Brown, the target, yes. Brown at the 10. Pushed out at the 8. Bumped out by Corey Graham.
Well, this is the play you see every day for every team in the NFL. He's going to come across, come back this way. They fake the run play here, and then Roethlisberger throws it to the right. Bill Walsh started this back in 1979-80 with the San Francisco 49ers, and everybody in the league has copied it, and it's run about 100 different ways in the NFL.
When the Bills have faced their opponents with a goal-to-go situation, they've given up touchdowns 15 out of 16 times in goal-to-go occasions. 1st and goal to go for the Steelers. And Bell is in for the touchdown, finding the end zone for the 2nd time already today.
Bell, Brown, Ben, it is true. Everything evolves around these three guys. And man, when they get their chances, the blocking up front, oh my gosh.
Boy, did Darius get taken out. He was crunched under.
He got beat. Finney that time. Reserve lineman coming in from Ramon Foster had a great block.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there was high praise for Finney from Coach Mike Tomlin last night. In our meetings with him, Boswell's extra point is good. I mean, Darius is one of the best run stoppers in the league.
New Money can refund your return shipping costs. So if it's just not doing the trick, you can send it back on us.
Wow, you're really festive? Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now. Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I used to ask if you could hear me now with Verizon. Not anymore. I switched to Sprint because their network reliability is now within 1% of Verizon, and they save you 50% on most current AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon rates.
Why is this one twice as much?
This one right here has 1% more needles.
Why pay twice as much for only a 1% difference?
We'll take this one. Can you hear that?
Don't let a 1% difference cost you twice as much. Happy holidays to you and your family. Switch to Sprint today.
Christmas comes to NCIS.
And we brought presents.
With a tale from the past.
Mother? Oh my God!
Ducky? New NCIS. Then, a murder takes Bull back to his hometown.
I always hated you.
Well, if it was easy, it wouldn't be fun. Bull, after NCIS, new Tuesday.
Not only a couple of touchdowns for Bell, he's got 6 first downs in the game. The Buffalo Bills won.
By a penalty. Still a first down by the Bills, but they got it on a return touchdown called back because of holding.
And Tate will not run it back. That was Boswell who kicked it 5 yards deep into the end zone. All this talk about how the Bills have to win out. Man, they have come out flat here today. They have been dominated at the start of this game.
Well, you know what? Yeah, they're flat, but the other team, let's say it, they're playing great. And they came out, I saw it last week, really maybe not for the first time this year, but just the emotion from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they came out with that today with skill. Man, that's a tough combination.
Let's see if the Bills can put anything together offensively. They run it. McCoy. This is their best play thus far for about 9. Let's check in with Tracy Wolfson.
Jen, Steelers safety Mike Mitchell back out of the locker room. He was on the bike for a while. He right now is standing on the sidelines. It's a left knee injury. His return is questionable. They will not change that to out or keep it a questionable or let him go back in until after the quarter. So we'll have another update for you after the half, Jay.
All right, Tracy. They've been getting great play out of the rookie, Sean Davis. Second and 1, and McCoy has the first. Shazier wraps them up, but the Bills earn their first down, the other, as you mentioned, by penalty.
Well, you know, I know the Bills, they want to get Tyrod Taylor.
We got 3 scoops of hoop next week, Phil. Memphis and Oklahoma, and the CBS Sports Classic. 2 great ones. Ohio State, Kentucky, North Carolina is there, UCLA as well. McCoy to the 44.
Sean McCoy, no matter where you put him, he's a great matchup. That wide receiver came out of the backfield that time against Sean Davis, the safety. Good rhythm throw, get rid of it quick. That's what they want to do, and that's what Tyrod Taylor did that time.
So the first completion of the game for the Bills. For Taylor, goes for 9 yards. Call it 2nd and 2, actually. He tries to take off, still on his feet.
Ryan Shazier. Oh.
That's Timmons as well.
Yeah, but Keith Butler, defensive coordinator, said if he wants to run the football, here's number 50, watch him react. And he goes, if he's going to run, we got tremendous speed, especially at linebacker, to make the tackles, and we got to make him pay. There was some pretty good looks that time. Lawrence Timmons, you said it too. He has been on a tear at linebacker also.
That's the 4th sack for the Steelers. 3rd and 3. Taylor got it away, got the first down. Sammy Watkins. There's a lot of hope about the wide receiving core being healthy with Watkins and Woods together for the first time since week 2.
Challenge flag by Mike Tomlin. Boy, that was quick. See, I don't know of any red flags. He thinks the pass is incomplete.
I think the ruling on the field of a completed catch. Timeout.
It happened right in front of him. Challenging whether it was the catch. Oh,
good eyes.
Yep.
Is it a force of nature or a sales event? The Season of Audi sales event is here. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models during the Season of Audi sales event.
Now, Straight Talk Wireless has more high-speed data than ever before. We're talking double the data for just $10 more. That's 10 gigs of high-speed data to stream more video and more music, more whatever you want. All on America's largest and most dependable 4G LTE networks. Choose from 2 great plans. Our unlimited plan with 5 gigs of high-speed data, or double your data for just $10 more. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Hi.
Hey.
I've made plans for later in case the state doesn't go well.
Same here.
Wouldn't it be great if everyone said what they meant? The Citi Double Cash Card does. Earn 1% cash back when you buy and 1% as you pay. Double means double.
This holiday, one store is the store to get your romantic on. Kay Jewelers. Right now, save up to 30% on select diamond fashions, including shimmering diamonds and rhythm. So go to Kay and get your kiss on. Every kiss begins with Kay.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Audi. Kay Jewelers. For 100 years, every kiss begins with K. And by Straight Talk Wireless. Best phones, best networks, half the cost.
Well, the Bills already know the Steelers are going to win this challenge.
The ball hit the ground. It is an incomplete pass. 4th down. Reset the game clock to 9:43.
And that is a huge drop by Watkins. Would have had a first down. Now they have to send the football back to the Steelers.
Yeah, you know, first down near the 45-yard line or near midfield. Take some momentum away from the Pittsburgh Steelers and get their offense going. And you're right, huge drop.
Schmidt the punt for the 3rd time. So they reset the game clock, add a little time. And Brown stands back near the 15-yard line. Off the side of the foot here. Almost landed into the stands. Came off a mediocre performance last week at Oakland, and Schmidt here sees this one go out at the 25, just a 32-yard punt. Roethlisberger is moving in on top 10 position all-time passing yardage in NFL history. He needed 205 coming in. He's already got 150, so 55 yards away from overtaking Vinny Testaverde and moving into 10th all-time on the pass yardage list.
Well, he's a tremendous rhythm thrower, and it's one of the reasons why in these bad weather games he still controls the football very well, just because it's just so smooth. That way he doesn't slip out of his hand.
Another late arrival on that defense. Hughes late to get out there, but the Bills defense mixed the stuff. It's Washington at the line of scrimmage.
About the third time we've seen somebody run out there where there's only 10 guys on the field at the last second for this Bills defense.
What's up with that?
Well, they do a lot of stuff. They have, you know, when you say a package where these guys go in, this other group comes out, they do that a lot. So you got to be on your toes on the sideline at all times. And I guess you'd say the players they're just not ready.
So the rare stop of Le'Veon Bell.
Now the Steelers have done it.
As they bring Kobe Hamilton in late.
Turbo!
1 second on the play clock. Got it off in time. 2nd and 10. Time to throw. Intercepted. Intercepted by Gilmore. And they've come up with 2 picks in the first half.
This time, this is Antonio Brown's fault, because plenty of time to throw the football. Watch on the outside. Roethlisberger looks to his right. Now break it out. Oh, he's on a curl. Roethlisberger throws it outside. I'm got to backtrack a little there. He might have run the right route, and Roethlisberger just read it wrong.
Gilmore with his 5th interception of the season and a 31-yard return.
Yeah, that's you know, that's one of those. I thought you were breaking out, instead he curled. But when you see Antonio Brown, when I saw their route, it was so distinct.
1st and goal. Handoff. McCoy, and he's tripped up by Shazier's having an active start to this one.
Well, we've talked about him, and you know, Shazier, I watched him last week, and I go, oh, he's just, you know, he had a little brace, I think, on his knee, wasn't as fast, and what a difference a week makes. He is flying around the football field.
What a sudden change of things here. And the Bills 6 yards away from getting back into it. I mean, sure, it's just the first half, but they've been so dominated. McCoy at the bottom of the screen. Taylor. Incomplete. Woods, it hit the ground first.
He's breaking the pocket. They close on him so fast. Stephon Tuitt, a defensive lineman.
And you may have heard Pete Morelli in the background. There was a holding call against Buffalo on that play anyway.
Yep, goes through his hands. I think the holding was on John Miller. Pete Morelli is in and out with that system. So
now, and I've got a goal to go situation back at the 16. Look at all that movement on the defensive line. Underneath they go. And they crash down to about the 8 with McCoy. 3rd and goal coming up from here. Rex saying when we met with him on Friday, you know, we don't have guys that you think are going to be that threatening in the red zone, but we've done pretty well with it really this year. Our red zone touchdown percentage.
Well, the guy that's caught 4 touchdowns, Justin Hunter, is in the slot to the right.
Yep.
He's the biggest or tallest receiver. One of the reasons why they throw it to him down here.
It is 3rd and goal. It's on, and it's a touchdown. Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins, good job. Move him around. That time they take him from the outside. They put him in the slot, and he just goes down and you got Sean Davis, a safety, covering him on that type of route. He can go inside, outside. No chance for Sean Davis.
They have seen Jim Kelly there come over and give a tap and congratulations to Taylor with that throw. It's just his 12th touchdown pass of the season. He had only 2 in his last 5 games. Carpenter's extra point is good. Able to cash in on the takeaway by Gilmore. And then on 3rd and goal from the 8, it's Watkins.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Call me but love. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo. My love is deep, the more I give to thee. 1,000 times good night.
Wow, you're really festive? Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now. Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
Here's your cue. Go, go, go.
Cut. Good job, everybody. But I feel like we're missing something. Something special.
What about a star? Somebody looking for a star? This was just sitting out front.
I catch every ball thrown my way to earn this gear. But Grandma Margaret went to NFLshop.com and got the same gear for her grandson Dominic. The best place to get authentic NFL gear this holiday, NFLshop.com.
That touchdown was the Bills' first conversion on 3rd down in the game. They're being out-yardaged so far, Phil, 195-34. But one play by Gilmore turned things around here.
Well, they got 2 turnovers on the defensive side, and that little throw by Tyrod Taylor can give you confidence and get your offense going.
Toussaint at the goal line. And tumbled down at the 25. Good tackle there by Roby Coleman. And here comes the man that just made the interception back onto the field. Wednesday Survivor, the final battle in the culture war clash. 3 millennials versus 3 Gen X. Which generation will deliver the sole survivor? It's the season finale, followed by the live reunion show Wednesday, 8, 7 Central on America's #1 network.
Well, you talk about Rex Ryan and Rob Ryan, and we talk about their defense. So far today, I have not seen any blitzes. They're sitting back and just try to react to the play. So a couple of those reactions have worked because they have 2 interceptions so far here today.
DeBell. A stiff arm on the way to a gain of 6.
Well, really the difference in this game, 2 interceptions, 1 going in to score. And then the other one, which led Gilmore, his interception, led to the score by the Buffalo Bills offense.
Bennett thrown only 1 interception in the previous 4 games. But he's got 2 thrown in this first half. And it's the 3rd 2-pick game of the year for him. He gets 25 touchdown passes. Here's Bell. He's got the first down. Thrown down at the 39. And it was Green who helped launch him with a nice block.
Now they're going to get some of these runs, Jim. They're going to let them run a little. In other words, you got to pick what you're going to do. You can't be too aggressive. They usually are, this Bills defense. But that gives up big plays. So, hey, hope that front can stop the runs, get them in some 3rd down situations, then make the play.
Bell reaches 100 yards from scrimmage with that last one. Go back to him again. He's got another nice game for 11. And again, B.J. Finney, you may have seen 67 out there leading the way. A younger version of Ramon Foster is what Mike Tomlin said to us last night.
Yeah, that's saying something when he's because Ramon Foster has really had a terrific year and did a great job that time making a block. The defense was sitting back. Ben Roethlisberger says, well, if you're going to play that way, I'll give it to my guy.
Foster inactive with a chest injury. Tomlin says Finney, he's going to be doing this a long time, playing in this league. First-year player out of Kent State and drafted free agent a year ago. There's Roethlisberger improvising and incomplete. Trying to go to Green again.
Trying to make a great throw. You know, there's a fine line, and he knows where it is, Ben Roethlisberger. In other words, you know, Tyrod Taylor, very careful thrower. Likes to see the guy open, then checks to make sure he's open. Ben Roethlisberger, hey, I'm not going to say he's a gunslinger because people think that means he's reckless, but he's aggressive, an aggressive decision maker, and he trusts what he sees because he knows he can throw the football where he wants it.
At the top, Brown. Gilmore on him. Gilmore saying this week he relished the chance to be matched up. Blitz. And Roethlisberger has to just get rid of it. Alexander was one of those breaking across the line in a hurry.
Yep, he came from the inside, and this was perfect timing. Caught Ben Roethlisberger by surprise. White, Graham, Alexander all on the blitz.
How about Alexander getting the chance here in Buffalo? Someone that Rex Ryan had said he wanted him for a long time in this league. Changed his physique, changed positions. He's played defensive tackle, defensive end, special teams, and now outside linebacker, making a lot of plays.
Yep, what a story.
And there is a flag. And the Bills say that's a pre-snap penalty on Pittsburgh.
False start. Number 77.
But you talk about Alexander, you know, just a couple things. He goes to Washington. He weighs 315 pounds. They bring this guy in named Albert Haynesworth. He goes, okay, that's not going to work. So he lost some weight and went outside. So he loses all that weight. What happens? They draft Brian Orakpo. So everywhere. Then he goes to Oakland, and well, you know the story. Then they bring in this pretty good player
from the University of Buffalo.
Yeah,
named Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
He lost all this weight, though, about 70 pounds.
Yep.
He said, I had to adapt or die. If I had to stay in this league, it's the only way I was going to do it. He's found his way. He's already got a pick in this game. 3rd and 15. In the middle and incomplete. Good coverage by Gilmore. Again, Gilmore said during the week he wanted the matchup.
Well, of course he does. All corners like that, but I like what they're doing here today. Stay to one side. When you match up, that means you got to move around. You never know where Antonio Brown's going to line up.
Yeah, the 40-yard pass he caught, he had great coverage on it, but it was Darby who was on that play that set up a Pittsburgh touchdown. Punt by Barry, first time in the game, and it bounces in with a touchback. Just his 3rd touchback of the season. Net of 36.
Wow, you're really festive? Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now. Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
Macy's presents the Le'Veon Collection, exclusive provider of natural chocolate diamonds, rich in history and exquisite design, desired the world over. From royalty to the red carpet, give her a moment she'll treasure forever with exclusive Le'Veon styles from Macy's. Like 3/4 carat total weight chocolate and vanilla diamond earrings, only $9.99. A 1 1/4 carat total weight chocolate and vanilla diamond ring, $17.99. Or this 2 carat blueberry tanzanite ring, $18.99. Le'Veon at the jewelry store at Macy's.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid for only $10 per month. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light. Make the right call. Drink responsibly. And by Macy's.
Some Bills players recently taking a group of youngsters from the Northwest Buffalo Community Center and the Boys and Girls Club to a Sabres game against Calgary. See Terry Pagula, the owner of the Bills, owner of the Sabres. Let's see what the Bills could do coming off a touchdown the last time they had it on a short field. Very short field off the interception the last time. There's a McCoy run for 4.
You know, this is a good offensive line the Buffalo Bills have, especially when it comes to run blocking. And they can do a lot of things in the run game. Probably the most sophisticated, complicated run offense in the NFL.
2nd and 6. Got Watkins. And Cockrell rides him down. But the Bills offense suddenly looks like it's got its confidence going.
Well, they got what they want. Sammy Watkins outside. Cockrell's playing off. Runaway technique. Throw these short passes. Quarterback giving more confidence, and most of all, get him in rhythm.
Mike Mitchell back in the secondary. Casey reported he was out for a while, and Clay has the catch and knocked down at the 45.
This is kind of what we saw in practice on Friday. You know, Tyrod Taylor just catching the ball, throwing it. Buffalo, a lot of zone defense for a couple reasons. That's what they like to play a lot. They have blitzed of late, but a running quarterback kind of settles their defense down a little, play a little more conservative.
2nd and 3. Boy, wow, what a hit. Shazier, who else?
Well, how many times can we say it? 50, number 50 in the middle, just has such great freedom. And he's so fast. Oh, it just goes right underneath. James Harrison, we said something to him last night. I said, yeah, Shazier, he's that knee's not quite as fast. He goes, well, we'll kind of said to us, well, we'll see. So I guess during the week of practice, he picked it up, finally over the injury. See the little brace he has on his right knee, but it doesn't slow him down.
3rd and 3. 2:40 to go in the half. Incomplete. He had an open man. The pass was behind him, Woods.
Well, he was trying to throw it because Woods is running into trouble. Let's see what the timing looks like. He's hooking up. Well, the football just gets there and a little before Woods is ready. But those things happen to a team like Buffalo because they're not a passing team. So the timing, the little things you need to really be great at it, they miss it.
Schmidt. Bouncing down inside the 5 and tumbles into the end zone. That's his 3rd touchback of the year. Just a net of 35. Steelers have 2 timeouts, 2:24 to go, and the Verizon halftime report will be coming up shortly back in New York. Scores and highlights. JB quarterbacking the crew through some of the early action. Cincinnati jumping all over Cleveland. A lot of people thought the Browns might get their first win today at home against Cincy, down 20-0. Houston and Indianapolis a key tilt in the AFC South, with the Texans up by 7. Tennessee on top of Denver.
You know, I got a little beef with you. Talking to JB today. Oh, he's nice and trim in the studio.
Looks great.
Out here, we picked up Wade, our winter coat. What are you trying to tell me?
Yeah, I included myself in that, just to make you feel better. 1st and 10. Bell. 2 wiggles, make it 3. And a spin move to boot, and another gain of 12.
Wow, they're crowding the line of scrimmage, the Buffalo Bills. In other words, they got the extra defender up there, and they still handed off the Bell to get this big gain. And what a luxury. You're backed up. You don't know what to do. You can still hand it to your running back and get a big first down.
2-minute warning. Steelers lead at 14-7.
I just see a black screen.
What are you looking at?
Crazy stuff, man. You gotta see this.
Hey, what is this? It's like some 3D virtual world. Can I see? Oh, yeah. Look at the moon.
This Christmas, spread some holiday cheer.
Flemings, I'm gonna give you a little love all over your faces.
Not sure how to interpret that.
With the most hilarious movie of the year.
It's going great.
I'm getting a little bit of a different vibe.
YM, rated R.
Will your business be ready when growth presents itself? American Express Open Cards can help you take on a new job. Or fill a big order. Or expand your office and take on whatever comes next. Find out how American Express cards and services can help prepare you for growth at open.com.
Hyundai presents the better drive of the week.
What's up?
Down by 15 in the third quarter last week, the Raiders got a drive going with a completion to tight end Clive Walford and a big run by Latavius Murray. They capped it off with a touchdown pass from quarterback Derek Carr to receiver Michael Crabtree and went on to earn their 6th straight win. Brought to you by Hyundai, official sponsor of the NFL. Better drives us.
This holiday season, celebrate TV's best.
Oh, man.
Works for me.
Now that is a lot of holiday cheer.
Cheers to that. Cheers.
We're back, 2 minutes to go, first half. Steelers lead at 14-7, got a couple of timeouts to play with. Bell, just having peeled off a 12-yard run, is 8 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. Roethlisberger to Rodgers. And Nickel Roby-Coleman first to get to him.
Made a couple good tackles today. Roby-Coleman, not a big guy at all, plays the slot defender. Does a really good job, good player. Excellent tackle.
Second and 4. And it's Bell. Patient again, now breaking outside. All of that for a gain of 2.
Yeah, I think as the game goes on, no, still the first half, but you can see this Buffalo Bills defense gaining some confidence. In other words, okay, we've seen what you got. They're being a little more aggressive, playing up to the line, bump and run coverage, which early in the game they showed none of.
Moving inside of
right here.
Moving inside of a minute with 3rd and 2. Again, Roethlisberger has time to find options. Down deep. And a flag. Graham thinks it's against Brown.
It is. Good coverage that time. Everywhere I looked.
Offensive pass interference, number 84. Penalty will be declined. 4th down.
Good time, good job that time by Corey Graham. Staying to where he's supposed to be. Has the inside part covered, and Roethlisberger made a good read, tried to throw it across the field. But Antonio Brown got there and pushed Corey Graham for the penalty.
So now the Bills get the ball back with about 40 seconds to go and all 3 timeouts. Tate picks it up on the second hop. And then Runs into the likes of Dangerfield and Medikevich. 45-yard punt.
Well, let's just go back and revisit some of the things that got on the first half. Screen play to Le'Veon Bell. Got to get your arms around him, bring him down, makes a big play. Touchdown run, just the push of the offensive line. Nice cutback for the other touchdown. He's an all-weather player too, Michigan State. He's played in some tough weather.
There's a screen pass, McCoy. A flag out.
Jordan Mills, right guard.
Holding. Number 76, offense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Called on Miller. Again, the Verizon halftime report is coming up. Back to the crew in New York. JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, Coach Cower. Scores and highlights.
I was going to say, if I was the Bills, I think I would kneel on the football and let the first half end. It's 14-7. You can't believe the score is just this.
As McCoy gets pushed back. Look at Cockrell on him. Cockrell, who came into the league as a Bills fourth-round draft pick in 2014, and they let him go.
Well, they thought they might be able to take advantage of him here today.
There's a timeout called by the Steelers. They still have one more to go.
Yeah, but I'm just going to make them snap the football.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
See, if Mike Tomlin, well, like if he'd have turned down the penalty and kept it at 2nd and 10, then he could use his timeouts and maybe force a different situation. But they accepted the penalty, then it makes it first down, then it makes those 2 timeouts almost useless.
Well, the clock is set at 11. Gillisley is the tailback.
False start, number 85, offense, half the distance to the goal, still second down.
Called on the clay.
I think I'm going to get a job when this is over upstairs advising coaches. I like that. You know, I'm a great second guesser. And, you know, it's easier up here than it is down there.
You know, you're in the second guessing business.
Oh, you're not?
Oh, Gillisley. Able to rip off a good run with only 4 seconds to go.
Boy, Gillisley, a good-looking running back, isn't he?
He is. Had a 2-touchdown game last week at Oakland.
This time, let's watch what happens. Oh, Shazier, number 50, went around the back door, and when he went around, Gillisley quick sees it, gets out there and picks up yards, but 4 seconds to go in the first half.
It was the longest play for the Bills. 22 yards. And Gillisley with another nice run, but that'll close out the half. Give him 12.
Well, that was Richie Incognito. Haven't heard from him. I could hear him make the hit as he pulled around that time from the left guard position.
Bills deferred, so they'll get the third quarter kick headed their way. Roethlisberger throws for 162 in that first half, but a couple of picks. Bell, 77 yards on the ground, another 48 on 3 catches. That's 125 yards total offense and 2 touchdowns. Tracy Wolfson, down to you.
Thanks a lot, Coach. With that second interception, you can see the Bills defense kind of gain momentum. So how do you counter that?
We just got to take care of the ball. It's not about them. It's about what we do and how we do it. We were a little negligent with security of the ball in the first half. If we're better, we should be fine.
How much has the weather affected things?
We're not concerned about the weather. Both teams got to deal with it, so it needs to be irrelevant.
Thanks a lot. Jim?
Well, the weather has, though. The snow has certainly lightened up from the way this game started. But Tomlin and his team go to the locker room up 7. 14-7 Steelers. And we're back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station.
You think it was an execution?
An innocent man. That didn't kill him. Caught between an FBI sting and a corrupt agent.
This could be a trap.
How do you know that?
New Elementary, CBS tonight.
New Monday. Nothing can prepare you for Hurricane Han.
Will we or won't we?
We won't.
New Two Broke Girls. Then it's an Odd Couple Holiday Spectacular.
There's only one place I'm putting these antlers, and it will not make you jolly.
New Odd Couple after a new Two Broke Girls. CBS Monday.
Don't miss the new hit series MacGyver. CBS Friday, 8/7 Central.
On December 21st.
Warning, gravity failure.
Nothing happens by accident. Passengers. Rated PG-13.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know the Wi-Fi password?
Do not look at my daughter. All one word.
Funny.
Not funny.
Save $10 per night. Just stay 2 nights or more. Book today at daysinn.com.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yay, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Do you know what's going on?
We woke up 90 years too soon.
There's something they didn't tell us.
There's a reason we woke up early. Our little secret.
Passengers. Rated PG-13.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Watch every live, local, and primetime game on your phone with NFL Mobile. It's the best.
And I'm the best.
Exclusively on Verizon.
Handed off the belt. Goes in sideways and drives to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Dalton, plenty of time. Fires end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Eifert.
First and 10, here comes Watkins. Picked off. Dimps with the interception.
11th play of the drive. Handoff. Murray slices in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
2nd and 15. Taylor in trouble. And they got him again.
If we can reduce injury in automotive, hopefully we can do the same thing for synthetic turf. The goal is to reduce the forces that your body experiences from an impact with the playing surface. The shock pad goes underneath the artificial turf and provides an additional layer of energy-absorbing capability. The technology is made out of resilient thermoplastic materials that buckle and then recover for the next impact. We see the potential for the product to be used everywhere from youth soccer to the NFL.
I've played more than 200 consecutive games. I've caught over 1,000 passes for over 11,000 yards. Had to block some of the toughest defensive ends in this league over the past 13 seasons. Done all that and more to earn this.
I found it on NFLshop.com. My mom got it for me.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Get the Verizon Halftime Report live online every Sunday. Brought to you by Verizon. Visit cbssports.com/Verizon.
New Thursday.
I've got 8 credit cards. Let's see which one's good.
The only thing more fun than holiday shopping,
Blink if you're here against your will,
is a new mom. Then it wouldn't be a Life in Pieces Christmas.
You ran over my bike!
Without awkward family encounters.
Clementine's been coming on to me.
New Life in Pieces after a new mom. CBS Thursday.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. Get NFL Mobile to watch live, local, and primetime games, highlights, NFL Red Zone, and more, all without using any data, only on Verizon. I'm James Brown along with Tony, Coach Bart, and Boomer. Let's get you to the highlights.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers, Le'Veon Bell, two touchdown runs in a day. This one from 7 yards out. 3 times or 4 times as much yardage, but 2 Ben Roethlisberger interceptions keeps Buffalo in this game. They trail 14-7.
From the snow, we go to the rain down in Miami. It's been downpour in the first half. Ryan Tannehill has 2 interceptions. 2 touchdown passes. Carson Palmer has 2 interceptions. Miami leads 14-6 as they approach halftime.
All right, big AFC South showdown. Texas against the Colts. You can see Lamar Miller's going to take this handoff for the 2-yard touchdown. Texas defense is actually playing pretty well against that Colts offense, and Andrew Luck, 13-3. Houston is up.
How about the Titans, boys? They're setting the tone. They're running the ball, already up over 140 yards rushing in the first half. They lead 13-0 over the defending Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos down in Tennessee.
Wow. San Diego at Carolina. Cam Newton's going to drop back on 3rd and goal and find Devin Funchess for the 6-yard touchdown pass. Melvin Gordon's out with a hip injury. Panthers lead 20-0. And Chicago at Detroit. Matthew Stafford's going to drop back, and he's going to find Anquan Bolden, who takes it in for the score. His 7th TD catch of the year, moves to 10th all time.
Look at this. This is a barn burner going on here. 9-9, all field goals so far. Good defensive game. Coach appreciates that. So do you, Bart. See Sam Bradford, 10 of 14, 167 yards.
And you don't? Oh, okay. How about Carson Wentz? Hear about him. He's outdoing Kirk Cousins. Finds Darren Sproles right there. They lead 13-7 at the half. 4-1 at home already this year.
All right, Battle of Ohio. Bengals at the Browns. RG3 getting to start. 2 of 20, 20 yards. 2 of 10, 20 yards. 1 interception. Andy Dalton, 14 of 18, 2 touchdown passes. Bengals all over the Browns, 20-0.
I talked about the top receivers in the league. It's Antonio Brown. He loves to run these crossing routes. He has great feel right now with Ben stepping up in the pocket. He has 4 catches in the first half, and again, he's so good with the run after the catch. You can see the snow right there. They've done a pretty good job outside this play of bottling him up. There's been a lot more Le'Veon Bell in the first half of this game. And there's Ben Roethlisberger again. Those 2 interceptions right there really has stopped this game from being a blowout, because Pittsburgh 240 yards and Buffalo Bills 60 yards, and Le'Veon Bell again is a big story in that first half.
Guys, things getting chippy down in Tennessee right there. Harry Douglas takes out the leg of Chris Harris Jr. Aqib Talib takes exception to that, rightfully so. This is going to be a penalty on Aqib Talib. It's going to lead to a field goal for the Tennessee Titans. They are getting really, really physical with the Denver Broncos.
I tell you what, you have to protect your teammate. You know, as the teammate of Chris Harris, Talib did the right thing in protecting your teammate, saying, listen, we're not going to allow this. You know, and that game can get a little chippier because it goes both ways. At the end of the day, we have to protect each other because, yeah, we're on different teams, but we're in the same fraternity. You don't want to end somebody's career on a cheap shot.
I would just say that it's unethical, but not illegal. And that's all I say about the game. I understand Aqib Talib's reaction.
Yeah, I definitely, and I played for Mike Mularkey. He was an offensive coordinator when I was out there in Atlanta, and this is something that he teaches. And Bart, you know this when we played against you guys, but this is that mentality that they take into this game. They'll never ever going to be out. Two
things about these 2 games. Indianapolis, well, I'll tell you what, they're running into a tough defense with Houston. Andrew Luck not as good today as he was Monday night against the Jets. And of course, you take a look at Pittsburgh. If he doesn't have those 2 interceptions, they would be blowing the Buffalo Bills out.
Don't let a team like the Buffalo Bills sit around. In this type of weather, anything can happen.
No question about it.
So not illegal. So up to the players to enforce it then, huh?
It's a tough
Verizon halftime report continues.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live, local, and primetime games on NFL Mobile without using any data. Only on Verizon.
Catch an all-new episode of Hawaii Five-0, CBS Friday, 9, 8 Central.
Oh, that's lovely.
So graceful.
The corkscrew spin, flawless. His signature move, the Flying Dutchman. Poetry in motion.
And there it is, the baby bird.
Breathtaking.
A sumo wrestler figure skating? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Heather saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Going to business school, I took out a very big student loan. It was the first time that I actually felt a sense of fear. It was stressful. Then my friend told me about SoFi. I lowered my interest rate by 40%, which will save me over $25,000. Now I go to SoFi's member events, and I met some really inspiring people. Refinancing my loan with SoFi was probably one of the smartest things I've ever done.
Save thousands by consolidating your student loans. Get your rate in less than 2 minutes. Visit trysofi.com.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yay, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
We've got some pretty extraordinary fans at Domino's. That's why we created Piece of the Pie Rewards, a rewards program that's anything but ordinary. You can earn a free pizza after just 6 online orders of $10 or more. Some folks will even have a chance to get 10 shares of Domino's stock or $10,000 in store profits. Learn how to get your piece of the pie at Domino's.com.
It's a 14-7 lead for the Steelers. They clear the field here at halftime as flurries continue to fall here. You can follow your favorite team all season long. Go to itunes.com/NFL. What are you expecting here? Buffalo gets the football to start the second half, down 7. Could have been, as Boomer was talking about in the studio. This thing could have been really a much bigger halftime margin. A couple of picks kept them in the game.
Could have been. Like the weather, they weathered their storm. The snow has slowed down, the field is clear, and I think that's what you say about Buffalo. They had to go in the locker room with a lot of confidence. They kind of figured out what they wanted to do on defense. Tyrod Taylor got a few easy completions, so I expect them to play much better on offense the second half.
And again, these teams coming in with the Steelers tied with Baltimore for the North Division lead in the AFC, while the Bills at 6-6 really feel like they have to win out. Win all 4 games to get to 10-6, and that still could possibly not be enough because of all the tiebreaker situations.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of motivation. It truly is playoff football, and you expect to see the best from the football teams. I think what we're seeing, too, early in the game, we saw a more emotional Pittsburgh Steelers football team, and the Bills finally caught on and caught up, made some plays and got back in this game.
Well, the Steelers certainly seem to be hitting their stride here in December. They've won 3 in a row, come into the weekend tied with the Ravens, who will be playing at New England tomorrow night, and Pittsburgh will be hosting the Ravens on Christmas night. And then in the wild card picture, well, there's just so many scenarios. You most of the time think it's going to be 2 teams out of the AFC West. Denver's down to Tennessee right now at the moment, but you got Miami's up at halftime. You look at all these records, and again, there's Buffalo at 6-6.
Right.
They really can't afford another loss.
Well, as we saw or heard Mike Tomlin give an interview to Tracy Wilson before half, he's a great interview. He had a great way of saying about this time of year. He goes, that road to Houston is getting narrower as we go along.
Yes.
So true. It just gets tighter. And look what they did to this field at halftime.
Yeah, they scraped it. The rubber pellets got pushed around a little bit. And boy, in the end zones, they need still to do a little maintenance work. First half numbers, 239 total yards of offense for Pittsburgh. And they really contained LeSean McCoy. 10 carries for 25 yards, 2.5 of clip for McCoy, who came in averaging 5.5 per carry. Tops in the NFL average per rush.
Of course, that was a little concern. Hargrave, their good rookie, who's played so well, he's out today, so they're definitely short a defensive lineman when you talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Buffalo Bills, those couple runs at the end of the half, maybe gave Anthony Lynn, the offensive coordinator, a few more ideas that they might keep trying that Pittsburgh run defense to see if they can get their run game going.
So the officials aren't quite set to get this started as they continue to try to do a little maintenance on the edges of the field. All the special teamers are lined up and ready to go. You got Boswell. He's been bouncing around, ready to kick it off as they shovel now the rubber pellets that came up during the halftime effort to try to clear the field.
Well, the field looks clear. I think Pete Morelli, I like to see his yard. It must be immaculate. He wants this thing perfect. We got a little, well, all the end zones, we see a little of the pellets. There's big Jim Kelly on the sideline.
Looking at Jim Kelly, there was a good story that came out of our meeting with Ben Roethlisberger last night. He has such respect for Kelly that when Ben's wife Ashley delivered the third child, Bodie, back in this past May, Ben made a phone call to Jim. He said, I'd like to talk to you. I can't text you about this. I saw Jim in the locker room before the game today. He said, I had no idea what this was going to be about. And Ben said, hey, we were thinking we wanted to use this name anyway, but I really want to do it as a tribute to you. We want to name our son Bodie. We want to name have his middle name carry the name of your son Hunter. So the Roethlisberger's third child is Bodie Hunter Roethlisberger.
That's a great story. Great respect. Ben Roethlisberger loved him growing up and plays a lot like him too, don't you think?
Some similarities, no question. So they brought the players off the field. Tracy, what are you hearing down there?
The big issue, too much rubber now down on the field. You can see along the sidelines. It's just too much. Guys were actually writing letters. Here's a 0. You should see right over here. and they're trying to shovel it off. They may bring the tractor out also to clear it. You see guys clearing it with their feet right now. Just too much rubber down here as they cleared the field, guys.
Well, you got it basically off the playing field here. This is what was happening earlier. See all these little rubber pellets.
Now what they're concerned about, players running out of bounds.
That's it.
Stepping on these piles of rubber or whatever that substance is and slipping and falling and hurting themselves. Unsafe.
They have conditions are perfect. Those little pellets are able to really soften the effects of playing on turf. Everybody's getting into the act here. So we're going to take a little break here while they continue to try to get the field in shape.
Family road trip, fun. Check engine, not fun, but you've got hum. That's like driving with this guy. All you do is press this, and in plain English, you'll know what's wrong. If you do need a mechanic, just press this.
Thank you for calling Hum.
And if you really need help, help can find you automatically, 24/7, because you put this in here. Hum by Verizon, the technology designed to make your car smarter, safer, and more connected. Put some smarts in your car.
We're not even close to it.
Well, the players, as it turns out, could have spent a little more time in the comfort of their locker rooms. And they're bringing back out now the tractors to go to work here.
Well, I guess you sit there and go, well, what's the big deal? Well, it's a big deal. You know, you got the safety of the players. We talk so much about it. It is, you don't want somebody to slip on a surface that you could clear it up.
Last year, the Steelers had a game in St. Louis that was delayed for about 10 minutes because some of the fireworks before the game set the field on fire. You might remember this.
I do.
It took about 10 minutes before the field was playable. Well, there was no slowing down in the first half. Bell and Brown.
Well, Bell, Brown, and Ben, they make it all happen for the Steelers. What a throw here early in the game by Ben Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown. Le'Veon Bell just continues to prove week in and week out, one of the best in the league.
.174 yards of offense between those two. And Tracy, we're bringing the players back out onto the field now.
That's exactly right, because the key was all of the rubber had to be off the white part of the field. So the blower just came out and it blew all the rubber off the white part of this sideline where I'm at, on the Bills sideline. They said the Pittsburgh sideline's okay. It looks like we're ready to play, guys.
And after all that, they cleared the field, and now the snow has come back.
Here
it's already starting to collect.
I even saw Tracy with the shovel down there. She said, hey, she wants to get it moving too, because she's down there standing in this cold wind, the snow. Jim had his hot chocolate, in case you wanted to know, right. Tracy, at halftime. Marshmallows.
Electric blanket. Boswell's kick to the goal line. Tate, long time return to this league with New England and Cincinnati, gets chopped up. Good tackle that time. Again, Roosevelt Nix has made a couple of plays on special teams. And Tracy, what did you hear at halftime from Rex?
Well, Rex was obviously upset with just 93 total yards offensively, but the 63 rush yards really frustrated him. He said, we need to run the ball better. We need to get first downs. And he said, expect us to go a little bit more up-tempo, no huddle in this second half, Jim.
Okay, so they got a little rhythm going in that second quarter. Run an option. There's nothing there. He dives back down at the line of scrimmage.
Now, they tried this play in the first half. They handed it off a couple times, got some good gains, but the option play, just too ready for it. 4 linebackers out there, all can run.
Look at number 77 back out there, Cordy Glenn, their left tackle.
That's a big deal. It gives the quarterback more confidence. They don't have to chip. They were trying to help out there early in the first half when he went out.
Here's Taylor. Tip, but still, Clay unable to adjust. That ball had been tipped by a Steeler defender.
Shazier got his finger on it. That time he dropped back in his zone coverage. Watch number 50. Jumps. Man, great job. And it's got to be frustrating. Couple open wide receivers today. Drop passes, tip pass. Sacking the quarterback to pass the game. And now we got Justin Hunter on third down running onto the field as they break the huddle.
That's Hunter 17 coming into a slot to the left. 3rd and 10. Taylor fires it. Nice catch that time. Watkins pulls it in. First down.
Ross Cockrell on the outside, the ex-Buffalo Bill, top of your screen. Sammy Watkins with a little stutter and move. Boy, nice catch, because that football, when he turned around, that football was on him. Now you watch him, and I always think the same thing. Man, I just can't wait till he just gets healthy, where he can get more snaps, stay out there for the year, and see what Sammy Watkins can do.
Yeah, you can only hope. A surgically repaired foot. McCoy, he is taken down for a loss. Dupree had him initially, and then Stephon Tuitt finish him off along with a little assist from Cockrell and Davis.
Well, Davis, Shazier, boy, we got some guys really having good days. Here he comes, 28, unblocked. And, those are the type of plays you got to either check out of them, get somebody over there to block him. When you see Sean Davis outside near the line of scrimmage, he's on a blitz. They predicted run, they got run.
It's the 4th time McCoy's been stopped for no gain or a loss. 2nd and 11. Taylor able to maybe get a yard out of it, avoid a sack.
Well, that time he tried to stay in the pocket. I give Tyrod Taylor credit that time. You always hear, he's leaving the pocket too quick. But let's see who's open. Nick O'Leary covered, outside covered. even when they adjust their route, still there. So Tyrod Taylor did what you're supposed to. Hang in the pocket till you must run. That's what he did that time.
Taylor, that's only his second rush attempt. The other one was the first play of this quarter. He has nearly 500 yards rushing on the season, 2 carries, 1 yard today. 3rd and 10. Tapped on the line and knocked down. I think Groy was the one that knocked it down to make sure it wasn't intercepted, but Tuitt was the one that got a hand on it.
Here comes blitzers from this side. Watch Gillislee get the pickup. He sees him late and gives Tyrod Taylor a chance to throw it down the field. And once that football was tipped, James Harrison just knocked the receiver down.
Schmidt. It's a good looking kick. Back to the 17 goes Brown. Shakes off a tackle. And taken out of bounds at the 18. 52-yard boot as the weather picks up again. They had to clear the field. Took a while. And now the snow is gathering again.
So can I redeem my Rapid Rewards points at any time? Thanksgiving. 4th of July?
Yes to any seat, any day, anytime. Just the way you want it. That's transparency.
The most magical time of the year is also the perfect time to take home a new Honda. Like the Accord, the best-selling car in America. Hurry into the Happy Honda Day sales event, only at your Honda dealer.
Those new glasses?
They are. Do I look smarter?
Yeah, a little. You're making money now. Are you investing?
Well, I've been doing some research.
Let me introduce you to our broker.
How much does he charge?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you get your fees back if you're not happy? Wow, you're laughing.
That's not the way the world works.
Well, the world's changing.
Are you asking enough questions about the way your wealth is managed? Wealth management at Charles Schwab.
This week, Colbert's all new with Patriots Day star Mark Wahlberg, plus James Franco, Neil Patrick Harris, music from Miranda Lambert, and Monday, don't miss John Goodman.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Yeah, Santa's coming to town in 2 weeks. Feels like it's 18 here today. Feels like Christmas Day. Steelers first play from scrimmage in the 3rd quarter. Look at Bell. That puts him over 1,000 on the season. In this just being his 10th game, having been suspended the first 3.
Well, they just do. The offensive line, we bragged about him all day, but watch Nix too. You talked about him on special teams. He gets a good block and sustains it, and Le'Veon Bell just waits and just lets the defense separates, and then he runs through it.
90 yards on 14 carries. And that's his 10th first down he's picked up in this game. The Bills have 7 as a team. Stutter step move, drive ahead, another 5 or 6.
Another patient run, and we saw this in the first half, Jim. Just all the different things they can do. First off, look at the right side off DeCastro, Gilbert, getting down the field, getting blocks, and he uses his blocker so well. And then just, hold on, let me just take my time and then go. So, pretty amazing stuff. It's the only guy I can think of that has that kind of style in the NFL.
They brought in an extra lineman, Chris Hubbard. They got David Johnson in there too, who's moving over to the left side. 2nd and 5. James out in front of Bell. He's got the first down. Made it look easy. That's his 11th first down picked up.
Wow. Well, it's the Le'Veon Bell show. What a great thing to be able to go to. How about the Steelers? They start the game out, wide receivers, spread the field, throw it every down, and then they just change into, well, let's be a power running team, Jim. You know, I want to change what we're doing, and just shows you the versatility, the talent.
That put Bell over 100 for the game. 102 on 16.
Kind of makes you scratch your head, Todd Haley, offensive coordinator, to be able to get your team to be that versatile. Of course, it takes a lot of knowledge on his part, a lot of hard work.
4 straight 100-yard games by Bell, who adds to the total with another 3. First since Jerome Bettis in 2004 for the Steelers to have 4 consecutive 100-yard performances.
And that's a big name there, you know. And the offense spread it out. He runs it, of course. Now they got Nix in there. And once he's been back in the lineup, it's kind of changed what they've done these last couple games. You know, the fullback with some teams is still in vogue, and they use Nix as a fullback enough here in Pittsburgh where they bring him in, he's ready to go, and he gets it done.
He's been ready to go on special teams, too, with a couple of tackles to boot. Timeout called by the Steelers. 9:12 to go, third quarter. Pittsburgh moving the football again.
The most magical time of the year is also the perfect time to take home a new Honda. Like the versatile CR-V, a KBB.com Best Buy for 2016. Hurry into the Happy Honda Day sales event, only at your Honda dealer.
You deserve more. More savory. More sweet. More loving. Now get more choices on McDonald's all-day breakfast menu.
So my daughter tells me you don't eat meat.
Nope.
Vizio 60-inch 4K Ultra HD TV with Google Cast, $678. Save money, live better. Walmart.
I overpack, but my guy knows what to bring. Like Viagra single packs for ED.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Charles Schwab. And by Honda. Hurry in for great deals during Happy Honda Days.
Our tremendous crew, undaunted by the weather conditions, battle-tested, being at snowy Lambeau last week. 2nd and 7. And a whistle and pre-snap penalty on the Steelers. And as I was extolling all of the great things that Le'Veon Bell has done,
Number 67 offense.
I gave him a 1,000-yard season before he had it.
How close is he?
He's still got a ways to go.
Okay.
Came in with 8-17, not 9-17 on the season, but still a phenomenal effort it's been here today with 105 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, another 48 passing game.
It's like the line in My Cousin Vinny. You just need some thicker glasses.
Yes, exactly. I got to go to plus 200. Forget this plus 150.
Or the snow that's on our sheets right now.
Yeah, it smudged it. That's it. That's my excuse.
There you go.
My mistake. There he is. Maybe he's going to get it anyway. As he takes off inside the 40 and stiff arms the defender Darby down. Get the block 2 by Hamilton and another 24 for Bell.
Well, what happens, you crowd the line of scrimmage, you got the extra guys up there, and then when you break that line, that first line there, there's no linebackers or the safeties can't come up and react as fast. So they're playing for the pass, they got the run. Le'Veon Bell just doesn't run out of bounds. He gets some hits.
The leading rushing league team in the league, Bills, with 63. Bell with 129. And to answer your question, he's 54 from the bounce.
There we go. I was waiting.
He's got 5 more.
Boy, I see what Mike Tomlin was talking about, B.J. Finney. Look at 67. I mean, he looks like he's ready to play. The Steelers always have a plan. When somebody's hurt, they got somebody to take his place. And B.J. Finney, you talked about him today a couple times. We bragged about him, and Coach did. And good job of pulling out, getting the block.
Foster on hand, watching from